Hello and welcome back to the Footy Casuals. We are back from quote unquote vacation, I guess you could say. We've been away for a bit, but we are back. Um, but yeah, so we're bringing you the EFL tables, which me and Brian are here to do. Um, Brian wasn't here for our last one, but if you didn't check out our last episode, it was me with a good friend of mine. We're talking about just a good conversation about pretty much Real Madrid and the state of things. So be sure to check that out. But yeah, so you excited, Brian, or what?
I am very excited. I've been wanting to do the Prem table predictions for a minute now, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, so we're gonna do all four tables. So we're doing EFL League entirely. So from League Two, League One, Championship, and the Prem last. So we're gonna start off with League Two. But just obviously, my voice is it's a little iffy because I'm a little under the weather. So bear with me. I'm sorry if I sound a little shitty, but I feel shitty. But it is what it is. But yeah, so we are here. All right, so before we start this, just an FYI. I thought this was cool and fun because people don't normally do the lower leagues. Like if you go on YouTube and you look for league tables, nobody really does like the lower leagues, and I think it's kind of cool. And I mean, we kind of keep up with these leagues. I mean, I've been playing career mode forever, so I have an idea of like these teams and their history and where they used to be and how they are. And then Brian also is a little bit involved when it comes to like the UK scene of the sport, so he knows a bit here there too. So yeah, we thought it'd be fun to just do it and see how it goes. But yeah,
Also, real quick, I did want to mention if anybody is curious, we are going to do predictions on the other leagues too. We're not just doing the English league, but we just on it just because I don't know, we're both very aware of what goes on in the English league, so we thought that'd be a great start.
yes, and also because these lower leagues are starting really quick, so um, just so this won't go up before the first games go up. So just be bear that in mind. But we have our team set in stone and all that stuff, so um, we know where we want to place all the teams and stuff like that. So just an FYI, so that way you're like, well, the first games already went out, but we already had our teams already set up before that
And
happens.
we
No,
didn't let these first
yes,
games affect our rankings.
yeah,
So everything that was already had, we
yeah,
already had it before the first game.
exactly,
So
exactly what he said. But yeah, all right. So I'm gonna start on League Two, and then we'll
yeah,
do it
go
like
ahead.
this. So I'll do League Two. I'll start off with League Two. Then Brian will start on League One, and then I'll do Championship, and then he'll start off on the Prem. So we'll start like that. So, all right. So I'm gonna start it with the bottom, obviously the relegation. So this one,
Yep.
the bottom two go down into the National League. Um,
Hmm.
that's who I have. So at the bottom, who I have is I have Sutton going down.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's iffy, man, because the teams that just went up are Notts County and Wrexham, and I
Yeah.
can't see either of them going down because if anybody, I mean, I'm sure everybody saw it, but it was a close race, and both almost had over 100 points, I think. And
Yeah.
I know exactly came down to the wire. So both those guys had crazy performances. So I just can't see them going straight back down. Um,
Yeah.
but that's what I have. I have Sutton actually 23rd, but they're going down. And
Hmm.
then for 24th I have for 24th I have Tranmere. I have Tranmere going
Mm.
down. Sorry about that. Tranmere going 24th. 24th, 23rd. Like I said, we don't know anything about signings or players. This is just how we feel based off the teams and what's going to happen. You just never know.
Yeah.
But this is what we got going on. All right. So, and then barely avoiding relegation, I have Grimsby Town. I have
Hmm.
Grimsby Town. I can't even speak. At 22. 22 have Grimsby.
Yeah.
And then right in front of them, I have Harrogate Town right there.
Hmm.
And then before them, I have Crawley Town right in front of them.
Dude, our tables are gonna be so
They're
different,
so
but I
close.
like
That's hilarious.
it. No, they're different,
Oh, they're
but I like
different,
it.
different.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna be
Oh,
a
that's
big
exciting
like
then.
we're
Okay.
yeah, when we look back it's definitely
We'll
gonna
see what
be like
happens.
someone was way off or way
Yeah,
good,
someone
but
was
keep going.
close. But that's exciting. At
Yeah,
least someone was one of us will be close, I guess. All right.
yeah.
And we'll go through these at the end of the season, so we'll see how we did. All right, and then in front of them I have Swindon Town,
Mhm.
right above them, and
Mhm.
then I have Colchester going 18th.
Mhm.
Colchester right here, um, and then in front of them I have Gillingham.
Mhm.
Okay, so for my logic for the bottom ones, I mean, Tranmere and Sutton are kind of somewhat newer teams that have been up, kind of, and I feel they're gonna go back down. Harrogate
Yeah.
and Grimsby, same with them, and then the other guys like Colchester, Gillingham, Swindon, and Crawley, kind of been in this like division for a while, so I feel like they're comfortable here and they'll probably stay for a bit. And above, I
Yeah.
put Crew Alexandria, who have been up and down. They've been in League One and League Two. They've kind of gone up and
Yeah.
down here or there for the last couple seasons. I think it's been a while since they've
Yeah.
been up though. So in front of them, I'm gonna put Newport Town, and then in
Mhm.
front of them, I have Walsall, and then in
Yeah.
front of them, I have Accrington Stanley. I believe they just got relegated. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I think they did,
Yeah.
but
I think they did.
yeah, but Accrington Stanley just love League Two, so I think they'll stay here for a bit before they go back up. All right, and
Yeah.
then so this might be of an upset, but I'm gonna put Notts County at 12. So they did
Mm.
good, could go up, so I don't think they'll
Yeah.
come back down. Notts County, for anybody that doesn't know, is the oldest football team in all of history that's still running. Because I think there's two that were older, but they disbanded. Um,
Yeah.
so they're the oldest ones. But yeah, so then, and that's what I have put there at 12th. And then in front of them, I have Wimbledon, who I believe also went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in front of them, I have Morecambe, which I think I might be wrong. I think they also went down. All both those guys kind of go up and down from time to time. And then in front of them, I have
Yeah.
Salford. I think Salford were in the playoff last season. I can't remember. I think they fell short, sort of. Gary Neville owns this team.
Yeah.
But that's a fun fact right there. But yeah, so that's what I have there. And then we got one more to wrap up, just barely missing out on the playoff, and that's Stockport County, which I believe they went to the final.
Wow.
Stockport, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Talk about a
Stockport.
shocker. Yeah.
I think they've lost the final against Carlisle to go up to League One, but
Yeah.
I have the other teams going up more preferably.
Yeah.
So for the playoff at least. All right,
Yeah.
um, so for this one, this is a little biased because I did
Mine is too.
a little biased because I recently did a career mode and I like Barrow, so I'm gonna put them in the playoff just cause. Even though I think they're
Yeah.
mid-table last season, but you never know. I'm gonna put them seventh
Yeah.
for the playoff, and then in sixth, I'm gonna put Mansfield Town, who are
Mhm.
always kind of they're always in the mix to kind of get promoted, and then in front
Yeah.
of them, I'm gonna put Forest Green Rangers.
Mm.
They were in the playoff last season. They did not get through the first round. I don't remember who they lost to. Probably Stockport. And then in front of them, I'm gonna put Bradford City because they're always pretty
Yeah.
much going up and down. They're a yo-yo club, I'd like to say.
Yeah.
So that pretty much means for promotion, I have the top three, which is MK Dons, Doncaster Rovers, and
Mhm.
also I have I don't know if it's a shocker or bias. I'm sure people that sort of like I'm sure people that watch this league will probably be a little upset that I'm gonna put them up in the top three to get promoted, but it just there's no way they don't get promoted right. But for third, I'm putting MK Dons, who would like to go up and down from from League Two and League One. And then Doncaster Rovers that
Yeah.
are just a mess. They've gone up to the highest of championships in recent years to the lowest of League Two. They just like bouncing up and down. They just
Yeah.
can't stay consistent in one league. And then
Yeah.
obviously the winners, in my opinion, are gonna be are gonna be Wrexham. I just feel like the management, obviously, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. I think that's how you pronounce his name. That they're doing a
Yeah.
great job over there. They're bringing in great pieces that are doing great things. But yeah, I just feel like they'll do a good job. And yeah,
Nice.
so this is what I have at the moment for promotion and relegation. So just so again, my bottom two to go down, Sutton and Tranmere, and then top three to get promoted is Wrexham, Doncaster, MK Dons, and then the playoff we got Bradford City, Forest Green, Mansfield, and Barrow. So those are my
Yeah.
picks. Those are my picks. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. It might be right. It might be wrong.
Yeah.
Just saying. But yeah, so that is what I got going on here. So that's. What do you have any thoughts about that, Brian? Before I move on to yours.
Oh, you're just gonna hear my table. You're gonna just see how
How
different
different.
how different mine
Yeah.
is.
It's
Yeah,
just.
I don't.
It's tough.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was like, these aren't really teams that like everybody just keeps up with. So it's always like kind of hard to know. I mean, unless you're like a
Yeah.
really hard like League Two fan, then like you'll obviously know more, and you'll probably be mad at what we choose. But I'm like, it's more for the fun. These are just
Yeah.
like just to even see like where we are with our freaking knowledge, kind of,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exciting. Who knows?
So
A lot of these teams can go up and down. Like these leagues are unexpected. Like even people that watch this probably couldn't even guess it at all. Honestly, just you just never know. A lot of these teams, one season they're mid-table clubs, next season they're in the running for promotion. The next season they're like fighting relegation. All these clubs at one point or another have been in like all three phases. So you just
yeah,
honestly never know. So that's just how I
yeah.
have it.
And kind of with this league, I feel like, well, not just with this league, but like even with like the League One of the EPL and like the Championship, it's kind of easier to get a little bit more bias in just because like the teams are so like they can be here or here. So it's just like if you have that one team like Wrexham, like you're just mentioning, I was like, you can have them all the way up, and then we can have somebody who's like a way more tryhard fan that has them like not even getting close to the
Yeah.
top three. But yeah,
Exactly.
so
Yeah, like how Morecambe and Accrington Stanley just came down, and I have them mid-table. So obviously,
yeah,
if you just went down, you're more likely to go back up. But in these lower leagues,
yeah,
it's not always like that. So you just never know. But yeah, so that's my table for now. That's what I have it as. Apologies to anybody that's offended. But yeah, this is how I see it. I didn't want to make it so all the big teams are at the top. So like I know I have all the bigger ones like Doncaster, MK Dons, and Bradford up at the top. Like obviously, like surprise, and I slipped
yeah.
Barrow in there. But if you want an unbiased take, you can swap Barrow and Stockport. But that's what I'm gonna leave it at.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So, all right, I'll take over and
all
I'll
right.
go over
Let me
mine.
reset it.
So for
Oh, all right, go ahead.
so for my 24th team to get relegated is Crawley Town. I know you had them up there, so it was just
It
like
wasn't
as
that
soon as
up
I
there,
yeah,
but
no, I
yeah.
know, but I was like as soon as I heard you say, I was just like, oh, I was like this is gonna be
I'm not gonna lie to you.
interesting.
I swapped like the last row. I could have swapped any of them between like Crawley, Harrogate, Grimsby, and like Sutton and like Tranmere. I could have swapped any of those two.
Yeah,
I just took my
yeah,
pick on those two.
and it's kind of like that with literally like every league. Like it's always the bottom table, like the bottom table teams that you can just swap, and it's just like, dude, I can put.
Yeah,
Like, there's always a reason as to why that team can get relegated, but it is what it
you
is.
just never know.
So
You
then
see it.
for yeah, so for 23rd, I got Colchester United. For 22nd, escaping relegation, I got Harrogate Town. And 21st, I got Forest Green Rovers. If I'm not mistaken, you had them. I think you had them like mid-table.
I know I had them
Uh,
in the playoff.
yeah, yeah. See, yeah, see. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
like, yeah,
but
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing is, Forest Green were in the playoff last season, and ever since they got
yeah,
promoted a couple seasons ago, they've been pretty consistent. And
yeah,
that and like I said, I also did a career mode run on them, so a little biasy there. But I mean, they were in the playoff last season. I put them in the playoff again, so it's not that crazy. Like I said, you just never
yeah,
know. It is a smaller team. You can always tell by like the crest or the team name, like how small of a team it is. Like I don't know, it just looks
yeah.
like you wouldn't expect a team like Forest Green Rovers to be in the top four leagues of the English leagues. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, just want to let everybody know if you find my guesses a little rogue, I typically like to go rogue. So like
Yeah.
if there's a choice where I can either switch it up or keep it the same, I will probably switch it up. So just letting everybody know in case somebody gets mad. But I'll keep
Yeah.
going. So for 20th, I got Crew Alexandra. For 19th, I got Maury Camby.
Oh,
18th,
it's
I got
Morecambe.
huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trust. You're
Morecambe.
gonna need to. Yeah, you're gonna need to
Yeah,
correct
yeah,
me
yeah.
with these
No,
names.
no, you're good.
Eight,
18?
18th, I got Sun United.
Okay.
17th, I got AFC Wimbledon.
Okay.
16th, I got Walsall. You might need to correct
No,
me on
no,
that.
yeah, it is Walsall.
Yeah. All right. 15th, Accrington Stanley.
Yeah.
14th, Newport County. 13th, I got Grimsby Town. 12th, I got Barrow. So that
They were
one, I
mid-table
know.
last season, so
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
yeah, I know you were saying about your bias, and you're like, oh, you had to put him up there, and you're mid-table, and I was like, yep. I was like, I had him. As soon as I heard you say that, I literally laughed because like that's exactly where I
You had
put him
them at
mid-table.
mid-table? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So then for 11th, I got Transmere Rovers
Okay.
or Tranmere
Yeah,
Rovers.
Tranmere. That's
10th,
funny. I had them
I got
relegated.
I know, I'm telling you. I'm telling
That's funny.
you. 10th, I got Doncaster Rovers.
Okay.
Ninth, I got Swindleton Town.
Swindon
Eighth,
Town.
yeah, Swindon Town. Eighth, I got Mansfield Town.
Mansfield Town.
So these next four are my playoff teams.
All right.
And they one might shock you, but it is what it is. So we'll see. Seventh, I got Notts County.
Okay.
Sixth, I got Salford City. Fourth, I got Gillingham. All right, fifth, I got Gillingham.
Okay.
Fourth, I got Wrexham. I got him
Okay.
just missing out of
That's
promotion.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody I know. There is a lot of bias right now with Wrexham just because like their push that they had last season, but I just figured I was like I feel like it'll be disrespectful to just throw them up there for the League Two fans out there.
Yeah.
So then
Fair,
for
fair.
third, I got MK Dons. Second, I got Bradford City. And first, my shocker of League
You
Two,
got
Stockport
Stockport County.
County.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's why whenever I heard
that's
you say
okay.
Stockport County, I was like, I'm about to shock the world right now.
Okay then. Well, at least we both have MK Dons finishing third, so that's one thing we both
Yeah,
have in common. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
the one and only
The
thing in
one
common.
only that was like the only, I think that's the only team in the same spot that we have.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't want to put Notts County too high because they've been in like the National League for a while now. Like they finally came back
yeah,
up, and they did compete well. It does make sense though. Like they competed like throughout the whole
yeah,
season with Wrexham, so it makes sense to put them in the same tier. But they don't
yeah,
have this. They don't have the same facilities. I would say.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. But that's not bad. So that's not bad for us. So like any fans out there that likes any lower league teams, I mean lower yeah, lower league teams, you let us know how we did, what you think about it. Are you upset? Are you happy? Any thoughts about that? Like I said, don't be too upset because we like once again we are
yeah.
the footy casuals and we are very much casuals when it comes to footy here or there. But